Good morning, welcome to a new video. So today is a day I've been looking forward to for a really long time, so I thought I'd bring you along with me. And it's a simple little thing, but it's just something I'm excited about. So now that my palettes are all nice and washed up and clean-ish, I mean as clean as I could be bothered with. It took me a really long time. I was standing there under the tap for so long. It's already got cat hair in it. I left it open to finish drying. Anyway, I guess that's just a story of my life. I have to be so careful of pet hair during a painting. Anyway, this is my plan. Actually, I'm going to sit down. Yeah, so I'm using watercolour paints a lot more than I thought I was going to in my process. I just wasn't sure what I was going to do to begin, you know, for a long time, because we learned oil painting in the mastery programme and I did enjoy that, so I thought, well, maybe I'll do that. I would do more oil painting if it wasn't for the fact that I just don't have the space to leave it somewhere to dry. You know, oil painting takes a long time to dry, but I did enjoy it. I might go back to it if I sort myself out. There is space to be had in this room. I definitely have things that I don't need to be in here, and things I could just declutter. So as I'm learning my processes, I'm sort of learning what it is I need to do to make them work for me, and I need to have a better system with my watercolour paints. So before I was just squeezing them out. Well, actually I had these two palettes, which I do recommend because they are pretty good at being airtight when they're shut. I had one for watercolour and one for gouache, and I just squirted out what I needed when I needed it in any of these. There was no order to it at all. Actually no, there was an order. One side was cools, one side was warms. And the upshot is I'm going to fill these with my watercolours, my Winsor & Newton watercolours, and I'm going to do them in a particular set order, so I always know which colour goes in which little, what do you call it, divot? Little divot. I'm sure there's a proper name. I can't think of it at the moment. And then as I run out of that colour, I just know that that's the same place to put it. I just think that would be so helpful. So a little while ago I did do swatches of all of my watercolours. So I'm going to use this, and before I start squirting out paint, I'll work out the order. And it's a beautiful sunny day today, which makes a nice change. Very much needed. By the way, I do know I don't need this many different colours. I just bought a job lot of the Winsor & Newton professional watercolours. I saw a bargain on eBay, and this was what came with it. And this will help as well, because I'll sort of remember how many times I refill a particular part of the palette. Hopefully this process will help me refine my palette, and as I come to the end of some tubes I'll know which I need to replace and which ones I don't need to. It's Sunday and I've just been doing nothing. I've had a really relaxed day. It's been absolutely lovely. I've been so tired this week, so I'm really glad of it. One of the things I've been doing is continuing my quest to take out of my sort of regular materials anything that isn't light fast, anything that I'm not comfortable using. And I've started, well, I started with my ink sprays, didn't I? But my next quest was my Inktense pencils. I also checked the Inktense blocks, and every single one of those is light fast, so that's brilliant. But I have taken out some of my Inktense pencils, so I'll show you. So the colours I have taken out because I don't think they were light fast enough. Let's do them in some sort of order. Let's do reds first. Chili red, cherry, Shiraz, tangerine. None of their reds were very good. I've kept poppy red, but that's not brilliant, but it's okay-ish. Also took out sienna gold, red violet, mauve, and felt green. What I'm going to do is actually have a little bit of a shake up to my art, what do you call it, pencil roll that I take out and about with me with my sketchbook, because I can obviously use these in my sketchbook and I am lacking in bright colours. I often end up taking a pencil case full of some crayons as well with me, but I'm going to put these in instead, and I'm going to take out my drawing pencil section because I just find I don't use them. I don't use these very much in my sketchbook at all, so there seems little point in keeping them. Okay, maybe I'll keep the white. Whenever I've used the pencils, I've just not been happy with the results. I just haven't liked how it's looked. Maybe you need a little bit more time to make pencils look good, and I'm always feeling quite rushed when I've got my sketchbook out, because I'm usually with Chris or the family and there just isn't time. Right, I do have some old Inktense pencils in here. As you can see, there's a really squished one here. So I've got fuchsia in here. I don't want to double up, there's no point in doubling up. These have come out of a different set, a little small tin, I think. Okay, that's left me with a couple of spaces here, so I might look for some watercolour pencils and add them in. Yeah, I think just the watercolour mediums just seem to look better. For me, it suits my style, my sketchbook style, so yes, happy with that. Oh, and incidentally, if you are interested, the Derwent drawing pencils, they are all light fast. Yeah, every single one of them I think was top rated, so those are good colouring pencils for those muted natural colours that you get. So I will quite likely start using these in my big pieces of art. Okay, well that's that little job done. So I have done an order to replace in my tin. I've got 8 places available, so of course I had to go and buy some individual pencils. So I'm quite excited to receive those and try them. I just had to film this amazing sky. It's been raining all day and now the light is peeping out. Oh, I need to sort of get my head over the light. There, that's better. I just have a quick snippet of behind the scenes. Merlin is feeling very affectionate today. I'm getting lots of cuddles. Lots of cuddles. Yes, lots of cuddles with the Merlin. Oh gosh, it's pushing up against me. I just thought I'd show you what I've been doing to just give you a little bit of insight into the thoughts of a wannabe artist. Oh dear, you're being distracting, Merlin. Stop it. So this is the piece I'm working on at the moment. Oh, he's going to sit in front because that's where I'm pointing the camera. It's all about him. It's always interesting to bring a painting out of my studio and I prop it up around the living room in different places, different lights, and realise what needs to sort of change. And I've got some good ideas, I hope, for what to add to it now. I just sort of wanted to compare it to my other ones that are a bit more on the abstract side. That one is very abstract in terms of all the foreground. It is just abstract. That one is all sort of swirly and lots of things going on that aren't realistic, and this one is much more realistic apart from the colours. So yeah, and then that one there of Godrivi, that one is more realistic, but again the colours of the foreground aren't very realistic, but it's still overall quite realistic. But that's not why I brought these out actually. I've been propping them, I've been going up and down, standing on the sofa, propping them on the shelf to get some Instagram photos. I've also been doing them on the mantelpiece, various different flower arrangements and candle arrangements. I'd forgotten those were lit, I better blow those out. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing today. And I think I've got some good photographs. Move you, darling. You need to sit there. I'm sorry. Oh, don't hate me. Don't hate me. she's got another chair she can sit on. Well, there's nothing more exciting than an art supplies delivery, so I thought I'd show you my new purchases. Gosh, this is really well wrapped up. I don't know if you can see that from there, probably not, but there's foam on the outside of this box, this very heavy box. So I think I know what's in here, but let's quickly unwrap. Forgive my hair, I've just taken the dog for a walk, I'm a little bit windswept. So I have ordered 30 watercolour panels, 16 by 20 inches, and these are Art Discount own brand. And I'm going to tell everyone I can about them because I would cry if they stopped doing this. So the more people that know about these panels, the better, because I don't want them to go. I mean, yes, okay, it might mean if everyone goes out and buys them, they might go out of stock for a while, but hopefully demand will mean that they will keep producing these, because I absolutely, that was bright in my face just then. It would mean that hopefully they'd keep manufacturing them, because they are absolutely wonderful to work on. I love them. Jackson's by far has the biggest supply of online materials you can buy. Art Discount though is worth looking at because they stock Winsor and Newton, so I get my professional watercolours from there and my gouache, designer's gouache from there. I haven't found cheaper anywhere else. It was actually Chris's idea to get a large order because he says I'm looking at things in too much of a business manner. I think I've mentioned before, I'm trying not to carry over the mistakes I made with my Threads of a Fairy Tale business, and he says now I've gone too far into the business and I'm not thinking enough like an artist. He said get a whole load of panels to work on and try not to think about what's going to sell and just enjoy creating what you enjoy creating, and don't stress about the business side of things. Just work on developing my work. Honestly, he knows what to say, Chris does sometimes. He just knows the right thing to say. And so I did. I ordered 30. That was the big bulk buy. I thought, well, I know I'm going to go through them, and it is a cheaper way of doing it. And the more you buy, of course, the more bigger the discount. So yeah, I've got 30 of these, and hopefully that will help me feel a bit freer with my work. I know that there's another one I can just start up. Yeah, quite exciting. I can't get that one back in the box, isn't that typical? So this is the other box that came along with it. It was quick delivery actually, I think it was only a couple of days. I can't remember what I ordered. Space on my desk. Oh, there we go. 10 sheets, watercolour. Oh, they have called it board. I do not know how to pronounce this brand. Handmade? Is that how you say it? Watercolour board, 500 GSM. I wanted to go a bit bigger than these. That's the biggest size that Art Discount do in watercolour board. So when I saw this, it's not board, it's definitely paper. Let's get it out. I'm dying to know what it feels like, because I wanted an option that perhaps maybe, oh, how do I get in it? I wanted a more affordable option than the larger watercolour boards, which are so pricey. Of course, the other option is using watercolour ground on canvas, which is something I might explore. Oh, so it's rough on one side and cold pressed on the other side, and you can choose which you want to use. That's quite fun. Just says acid free, and the size is 50 by 65 centimetres. If I can spray it with the varnish and that doesn't crinkle it up, then I think I can use this without having to back it. Well, that's quite exciting. I shall have to experiment, and I will obviously let you know. I ordered some permanent alizarin crimson in watercolour, which they told me was out of stock, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed because it wasn't that long ago I ordered alizarin crimson, totally forgetting to check how permanent it is, and the permanence rating isn't that great. So I paid a bit extra to get the permanent alizarin crimson. Whoop. What do we have here? So I bought a stencil. Let me bring you a bit closer. I'm also can't tell whether because of this harsh. Oh God! I also can't tell because of this harsh autumn light whether I've just gone silhouetted or not. I think I'm okay. With this light I can see. This lens is full of dust on the inside. There's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, I got this stencil set of circles, just a useful thing to have. And usually these are quite pricey, and this was only £1.75 or something from there. So that was a price I was willing to pay. I didn't want to pay, you know, sometimes you see these stencils and they're so expensive and you think it's just a bit of plastic that's been had holes lasered into it. Oh, that's right. Oh, I had forgotten I'd got these. Back to the conversation about light fastness, I took out my Inktense pencils out of my Inktense tin, which has gone where? I didn't think it was, oh, I must have put it away, damn it. And checking the light fast ratings as I went, I've bought 8 more to fill in the gaps in the tin. Oh, that's exciting. It's nice to have a fun thing as well as the practical things. And then lastly this, which has confused me, because I thought there was only one paint. That's right, lemon yellow. I didn't have a lemon yellow gouache.
Well, there we are. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your likes and your comments. It's very much appreciated, and especially big thank yous to those of you who share the link with your friends. It helps spread the word and to keep this channel going. Yeah, thank you very much. I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.